because he will know that violent crime is rising in Scotland and police numbers are falling. Whereas here, we are increasing police numbers, Mr. Speaker. But I look forward to working with the Scottish Government on our shared challenges because I believe in a strong United Kingdom.
Mr. Speaker, what a pleasure it was to welcome the Prime Minister to my constituency in the summer. He will know one of the burning issues in my constituency is the proposed waste incinerator at Westbury. With the government rightly reviewing its air quality targets, can I ask my right honourable friend to signal his intent to continue promoting public health, net zero and the environment by placing a moratorium on any more unwanted, unnecessary, toxic waste burners?
Prime Minister. I can tell my honourable friend, I know he's been a vociferous campaigner on this issue as I learned over the summer. He'll know that local authorities determine these issues, but also to reassure him that all large incinerators in England must comply with strict emission limits and only receive permits if plants don't cause any damage to human health. And hopefully that is reassuring for him.
Caroline Lucas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister's reckless predecessor took a wrecking ball to nature, prompting millions of members of the RSPB, the National Trust and the Wildlife Trust to rise up in opposition. Yesterday, he promised to fix her mistakes as well as to uphold the party's 2019 manifesto. So if he is a man of his word, will he start by reversing the green light she gave to fracking, since it's categorically not been shown to be safe, and instead maintain the moratorium that was pledged in that very manifesto that he has promised to uphold?
Well, I've already said I stand by the manifesto on that. But what I would say is that I'm proud that this government has passed the landmark Environment Act, putting more protection for the natural environment than we've ever had, with a clear plan to deliver. And I can give the Honourable Lady my commitment that we will deliver on all those ambitions. We will deliver on what we said at COP, because we care deeply about passing our children an environment in better state than we found it ourselves.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I too would like to welcome the Prime Minister to his place. Farmers in my constituency of Clwyd South are delighted that after 20 years they are once more able to sell Welsh lamb to the US market. Would the Prime Minister comment on the size and prospects of this market for our world-beating Welsh lamb?
Mr. Speaker, I congratulate my colleague on the fantastic achievement. I can tell him that market is worth, I think, something like almost £40 million over the first few years. Enormous boost for our lamb farmers. I would just encourage the 300 million US consumers to give Yorkshire Swaledale a lamb a look in as well. But I know he and I, if we disagree on that, are united on the fact that we will unequivocally back British farming and British farmers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is...
Style? For me, it's the pursuit of timeless elegance. Crisp, clean, classic, subtle brilliance. You don't know what it is that catches your eye, but it does, you know. The cut, the color, the lines. There's something in the essence of the evergreen. You feel special, selected. That's when I know I found the right fit, when I feel selected.
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister to include pictures of Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi on the currency notes. He says this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर.
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods. On the other hand, the party is using the same Hindu card for elections. The BJP has called this an election stunt and an attempt to shed their anti-Hindu image.
तो किस प्रकार से यूटर्न किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है। आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं।
The Congress is also hit out at the arc for the so-called Hindu card, and the party says Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology and he's been using from victim to the secular cards now again and again to get the votes in the upcoming elections.
देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा, एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया। फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the election.
चीफ इलेक्टोरल ऑफिसर के पास कंप्लेंट के माध्यम से लिया था। जब वो विषय वहां प्रस्तुत करने के बाद भी उस पर किसी प्रकार की कार्यवाही नहीं हुई, तब हम बाध्य हुए हैं आज चीफ इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के पास प्रस्तुत होने के लिए। जहां तक उड़ीसा का विषय है, उड़ीसा में असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी नंबर 46 अर्थात धामनगर में जो बाई इलेक्शन चल रहा है, बीजू जनता दल का एक मॉडस ऑपरेंडाई शुरू से ही रहा है। जो प्रशासनिक अधिकारी हैं, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर्स हैं, उनको एक तरफ से अपने पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता के रूप में इस्तेमाल करना, उनके माध्यम से पैसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कराना, उनके माध्यम से एल्योरमेंट, लालच इत्यादि दे करके चुनाव को अपने पक्ष में लेने का प्रयत्न करना, यह पुनः एक बार केवल हम आक्षेप लगा रहे हैं ऐसा नहीं है। मैं धन्यवाद करूंगा कि मीडिया के बंधुओं ने इसे अपने कैमरे तक में कैद कर लिया और आज ये एक तरह से एविडेंस बन के प्रस्तुत हुआ है। एक ऐसा वाकया सामने आया है जिस वाकया में आप देख सकते हैं, एक महिला है जो कि गवर्नमेंट कर्मचारी है, वो CRS, ये जो कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स पर्सन CRP होता है, उसके पद में है। मैं तस्वीर भी उनकी दिखाऊंगा। उनके हाथ में नोटों की बंडल है और वो नोटों के बंडल को बांट रही है, ये कहते हुए कि आप लोग कल हमारे कैंडिडेट के साथ पदयात्रा में थे, इसलिए ये पारितोषिक के रूप में बीजेडी ने पैसे भेजे हैं। और मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा मीडिया को कि मीडिया ने, आप लोगों ने इसे कैद कर लिया था और इस कारण से ये एविडेंस के रूप में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने भी और जनसाधारण ने भी इसे प्रस्तुत किया CEO ओडिशा के सामने। दुखद विषय है कि यह पाने के पश्चात भी CEO ओडिशा ने इसे अभी तक स्वीकार नहीं किया है। दूसरा वाकया जिसके विषय में आदरणीय धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी ने अभी बताया, यह भी मीडिया के कारण से पब्लिक डोमेन में आया। एक बहुत बड़े पंचायत के जनसभा में जहां पर वहां की मंत्री मौजूद थे और मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट राज्यसभा सुलता देव जी भी मौजूद थी, उन दोनों के मौजूदगी में एक बड़े बीजेडी के अधिकारी ने कहा कि नवीन सरकार ने कहा है, ये ऐलान किया है कि जिस पंचायत में जीत होगी, किसी प्रकार से भी अगर आप जीत दिलाएंगे इस इलेक्शन में, तो 1 करोड़ रुपया उस पंचायत को दिया जाएगा। और मीडिया ने तत्क्षणात उसे अपने कैमरे में कैद कर लिया और इसे एक एविडेंस के रूप में हमने वहां के CEO को प्रस्तुत किया। यह इतने हार्ड एविडेंस होने के बाद भी हमें दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि किसी प्रकार का एक्शन उड़ीसा में नहीं हुआ। बल्कि अभी सीईओ साहब ने वहां प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कहा है कि इसको हम फॉरेंसिक वेरिफिकेशन करेंगे, उसके बाद हम कार्यवाही के विषय में सोचेंगे। अरे फॉरेंसिक वेरिफिकेशन होते होते तो इलेक्शन समाप्त हो जाएगा, और जो लोग पैसा बांटने का काम कर रहे हैं, जो प्रलोभन के माध्यम से एक इलेक्शन को होने नहीं दे रहे हैं, वो इलेक्शन तो गुजर जाएगा। इसलिए ये सारे विषय को लेकर आज केंद्र इलेक्शन समिति के सामने भारतीय जनता पार्टी की यह टीम आदरणीय धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी के नेतृत्व में प्रस्तुत हुई थी, और हमने बड़े ही कठोर रूप में इस विषय को रखा कि ये इलेक्शन के डेमोक्रेटिक तरीके पे हमला है। और आदरणीय राजीव जी, आदरणीय अनूप जी दोनों ने सुनने के पश्चात हमें यह आश्वस्त किया है कि इस विषय पर संज्ञान लिया जाएगा और इस विषय को आगे बढ़ाया जाएगा। ठीक उसी प्रकार तेलंगाना के विषय में भी 2-3 बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विषय हैं वहाँ के बाई इलेक्शन को लेकर। सबसे बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण विषय है कि इससे पहले भी तेलंगाना की यूनिट ने, आदरणीय ओम पाठक जी ने कंप्लेंट किया था कि लगभग 24,000 ऐसी बोगस वोट तेलंगाना के उस क्षेत्र में जहां बाईपोल हो रहा है वहां बनाए गए हैं। इलेक्शन कमीशन को धन्यवाद कि उन्होंने संज्ञान लेकर कुछ वोट्स को काटे थे, मगर जो बाकी 12,000 वोट भी थे उनमें भी कुछ ऐसे वोट्स हैं जिनको काटने की आवश्यकता है, जहां फ्रॉड की शंका है। इस पर भी कार्यवाही करने के लिए हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन से कहा है। ये पूरा विषय अब ओम पाठक जी आपको बताएंगे, मगर मैं आपको वो फोटो भी दिखाना चाहता हूं जिस फोटो में जो उड़ीसा के धामनगर के इलेक्शन में एक अधिकारी पैसा बांट रही है, ये आप देख सकते हैं। धामनगर के इलेक्शन में पैसा बांटने की प्रक्रिया इस फोटो में, और जो वीडियो हमने सबमिट किया है मीडिया का वीडियो, उसमें स्पष्ट रूप से दिख रहा है। आगे भी कई फोटो हैं जिसमें पैसे की गड्डी आप देख सकते हैं उस अधिकारी के हाथ में है और वो पैसा बांटने का काम कर रही है। तो इस प्रकार से पूरे विषय को हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन के सामने रखा है। धन्यवाद। ओम जी,
तेलंगाना के विषय
मुनुगोड़ा के बारे में भी चर्चा हुई तेलंगाना।
Commission specifically around the Odisha bipole, and Shramit Patra and also Dharmendra Pradhan, Union Minister, there after meeting the Chief Election Commissioner, and they're still addressing the media. There's a live shot outside the Election Commissioner's frame. Let's go across and get you the headlines this hour. Race to Gujarat elections intensifies. Kejriwal rings in the gourds and notes card now.
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के पॉलिटिक्स को देखा जाए तो किस प्रकार से यू टर्न किया जाता है, आज ये हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है।
Coimbatore blast case unravels. Was there a larger conspiracy behind the blast? Details are disturbing. Stalin agrees to an NIA investigation. Annamalai, the leader who raised questions on the Stalin government, puts Tamil Nadu government in a spot, alleges a cover-up. He has the last word in this case. From satsangs to political visits, national outrage over parole for rapist Ram Rahim, who questions the media, releases videos and then mocks the entire system. Newly appointed UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak faces his first test in the UK Parliament, takes questions on his policies. And a story broken by Republic TV this morning of Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, the Aam Aadmi Party convener, making a recommendation to the central government that they need to have photos of Lakshmi and Ganeshji on notes, saying that alongside Gandhiji you should have gods on notes. A controversial proposal which has seen a big fight across the board. Different political parties criticizing Arvind Kejriwal, saying that on one hand he had ministers who are heading conversions in the national capital, and then we've seen the attack by the BJP through the day. Here's the latest attack made by the BJP, where a senior leader of the party and a parliamentarian refers to Arvind Kejriwal as a demon. Listen into this.
वो काल नेमी की तरह है, मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी। ऐसे में इनका विश्वास नहीं किया जा सकता ये क्या कह रहे हैं। अगर सही मायने में आप इस बात पे गंभीर हैं कि नोट के ऊपर लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी की फोटो आनी चाहिए, तो आपको तुरंत अपने मंत्री इमरान हुसैन से और अमानतुल्ला खान अपने विधायक से इसकी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करानी चाहिए, ताकि ये पता किया जा सके कहीं आप सिर्फ राजनीति तो नहीं कर रहे हैं इस पे। और दूसरी चीज, जो आपके मंत्री और आपके प्रदेश अध्यक्ष लगातार हिंदू देवी देवताओं को गाली दे रहे हैं, राम कृष्ण ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश सबके अस्तित्व पे ही प्रश्न उठाते हैं, उनको तुरंत आपको अपने पार्टी से सस्पेंड करना चाहिए। तब हम समझेंगे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल आप कहीं से इस प्रस्ताव पे सीरियस हैं। वैसे हमें पता है गुजरात में जो सर्वे हुआ है उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी को 0 सीट आ रही है।
भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए।
कश्मीरी हिंदुओं के ऊपर हंसने वाले अरविंद केजरीवाल आज अचानक जो हिंदू बनने की चेष्टा कर रहे हैं, ये यू टर्न की पराकाष्ठा है।
क्या इतने बड़े काम के लिए हमें लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी का आशीर्वाद नहीं चाहिए? तो फिर मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूछना चाहती हूं कि आप लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी का भारतीय नोटों पर छपने से उनकी फोटो का विरोध क्यों कर रहे हैं? आपको क्या दिक्कत हो रही है कि आप नहीं चाहते हैं कि लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के फोटो हमारे नोटों पे छपे?
The farman that Hindus can't celebrate their festival, that on Diwali day they should not burst crackers, just like Aurangzeb had issued such a fatwa and a farman. After the public reacted to that, now it is a damage control being done by this Chunavi Hindu, by this seasonal Hindu.
And different political parties questioning Arvind Kejriwal, including the Congress party, which is questioning him, calling him desperate, saying that he changes his strategy, doesn't have an ideology. Here's how the political fight is playing out this evening on the gods or notes controversy.
नहीं, देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी, तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी, जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया। फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ। आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया। जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले, तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
क्या क्यों है, इंडोनेशिया क्यों नहीं है? क्या बात हुई? ये क्या बात हुई? इंडोनेशिया की क्या परंपराएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या व्यवस्थाएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या लोगों की सोच है? ये भारतवर्ष है, यहाँ अपनी सोच है कि कौन सी तस्वीर लगानी है, नहीं लगानी, ये सरकार को तय करना है। लेकिन इतना वो समझा रहे हैं हमारी सरकार को। ऋषि सुनाक को बोल देते कि वो पाउंड पर लगा दें। वो क्यों पाउंड पर एक तरफ किंग की तस्वीर लगाते हैं, दूसरी तरफ ये तस्वीर नहीं लगाते? ये तो अपनी अपनी व्यवस्थाओं का। हमें
ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद की जरूरत है, तभी अर्थव्यवस्था ठीक होगी।
तो ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद तो पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा ना, सिर्फ भारत को नहीं मिलेगा, सबको, पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा, पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा। अमेरिका कहता है इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट, हम तो नहीं कहते इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट। हमारे मन में आस्थाएं हैं, लेकिन हम तो अपने संविधान को सबसे प्रथम मानते हैं, सबसे उच्च मानते हैं।
Yesterday, Republic TV, that's on Tuesday, Republic TV reported on the suicide of a seer at a 400-year-old mutt in Karnataka. His name was Basavalinga Swami. Basavalinga Swami was a 44-year-old seer. And from the details that are emerging, Republic TV has learnt through the letter that was allegedly written by the seer that there may have been a blackmail angle. The seer may have been blackmailed over a video that was shared on WhatsApp. Now, sources in this 400-year-old mutt have also shared this video with Republic TV that shows the seer. And let me go across to Prajwal joining us with details. Why don't you share the details with us, Prajwal? What does the video show, Prajwal?
Now, Niranjan, clearly looking at how things are going in regard to the suicide which was committed by the Basavalinga seer on Monday morning at 6:10, it is now being learnt that there is a video of the seer which has gone viral, which was recorded by a girl to honey trap him, because there were already talks within the mutt stating that the Basavalinga seer had to be replaced as well. So therefore, in this particular death note which Republic has accessed, it has clearly been written by the pontiff Basavalinga Swamiji, stating that he was blackmailed over WhatsApp and he was also honey trapped in one particular issue, and therefore he was depressed since the past 6 to 7 months, and there were powerful people behind this entire episode. As of now, what we learn is that this was a 3-page death note, but Republic has accessed only 1 page where it has spoken in detail about the WhatsApp calls, WhatsApp chats, both the video as well as the audio chats as well, which the cops have gone on to take in. Now, the Kadur police who are investigating this particular matter have also gone on to state that there might be more people involved over here, and it might be a huge nexus. The reason being that this particular WhatsApp call was being, it was being held over 2 mobiles, but the external video of the Swamiji has been recorded on yet another mobile phone, which has clearly pointed out there might be some other person who might be involved in this entire incident. And also going on now, the cops have stated that this particular girl who had called the Swamiji on this alleged video call belongs to Bengaluru, but they have not revealed the details of the girl, and they are looking into the angle whether she was also a part of this huge racket or was she a victim in this particular case too. And moreover, now the Ramnagara SP has also gone on to state that the details of the investigation are quite confidential, but he said that the close aides of the Swamiji have already been taken into questioning, namely one by the name of Mr. Abhilash, who is a mutt employee, and the second being a teacher who is supposed to be a very close aide of the Swamiji, who saw as to the daily rituals of the Swamiji, because at 5 to 5:30 in the morning the seer used to perform his daily rituals, but on Monday, on that fateful morning, he did not come out, and Abhilash was the first one to inform this teacher Ramesh, and later he was the one who went on to speak to the police. Now the police have already called in even the FSL, even the sleuths, the FSL sleuths too, and all the evidence has been collected, both digital as well as the physical evidence, which was present inside the mutt too. And the last rite, surprisingly, of the Swamiji was conducted, even as many of them are questioning as to why was this last rites conducted, because the police have clearly gone on to register a case of unnatural death, Niranjan.
And what are the police saying? What was the circumstances under which this particular seer committed suicide? Why don't you take us to the contents of this entire letter? And it comes on the back of the recent allegations against some of the mutts, the heads of these mutts at very powerful institutions in Karnataka.
Absolutely, Niranjan, because in a span of 2 months now, we have seen 2 suicides, and one of them being arrested in the POXO case, which was the Shivamurti Sharanu Mutt, which was the seer of the Shivamurti Sharanu Mutt. And secondly, the Neginala Mutt, Swamiji also committed suicide on this same particular context, where he had stated that he was being blackmailed. In the death note coming to Basavalinga Swamiji, it is being learnt that there are 3 important factors which has been highlighted. One was stating that he was blackmailed, secondly he was in depression, and thirdly there were details of these WhatsApp calls, and he was blackmailed mainly because of the evidence that the cops had because of WhatsApp videos as well as audios which was collected by them. So who is the them mentioned over here, it is not known, but the Swamiji has clearly gone on to state that 13 people were involved in blackmailing him, and 2 of the people's names has been written, but the names are still not known, because the police are stating that the investigation will be hampered if the names are revealed, and the Swamiji also has stated that some powerful elements want to take him off from the mutt, Niranjan.
For that, that's Prajwal joining us with the details of that video. In fact, we have that full video, but we're just showing you a still image from that video so that we don't play out that full video, and also sentiments at play here. So we are being very, very careful about what we put out. Just one still image from that video is what we have showed, and that is the video that is being investigated by the police in Bengaluru. Quick check of the other top stories on Republic this evening. A disturbing video of a road rage has emerged from Ghaziabad in NCR. Video shows a man being beaten to death with bricks. The victim was murdered over a parking scuffle. The victim is the son of a retired policeman. Left-wing students staged a protest in Thiruvananthapuram against the Kerala governor outside Raj Bhavan over the issue of Vice Chancellor's resignation. A mega face-off has broken out between the governor and the state after the governor asked more than 9 Vice Chancellors to submit their resignations. Well, there was a complaint by the Indian cricket team in the BCCI over poor Sydney cricket ground hospitality. Cricketers skipped the lunch as Team India was served cold food after a practice game. Cold sandwiches reportedly were served to the team. BCCI has sought answers from the ICC. The ICC has said it's looking into the matter. Former Indian cricketer Virender Sehwag has also taken a dig at Australia after the food controversy, saying that Indians were way ahead on hospitality and Western countries needed to catch up. A Khalistani group has targeted Indians in Canada during Diwali celebrations. The clashes in Brampton were caught on camera. Flag-waving face-off was seen, sloganeering also witnessed. Getting breaking news now of a cylinder blast in Telangana. Cylinder blast where one person has been killed, 6 others injured. This is in Telangana. According to the police, this morning a cylinder blast was reported. Took place in a house when they were cooking. Due to a gas leakage, the cylinder exploded. One person has been killed. There's been structural damage to the residence and other surrounding structures. 7 people have been injured, out of which 1 has died. From the initial details now emerging, it appears that 7 people have been injured, 1 killed, 2 others critical. A case has been registered, investigation has been taken up. These are the first pictures coming in from Telangana's Mettuguda. Let me go across to Aneri, also joining us with the details of the investigation. And Aneri will be joining us. The first pictures of the blast that was reported earlier today, where 1 person has been killed and 6 others injured in the cylinder blast that was reported in Mettuguda. Several houses also destroyed as a fallout of the cylinder blast. And according to the police, this morning a cylinder blast was reported, and this was at a house while the family was cooking. Reason being described as gas leakage from a cylinder which exploded in this particular residence. Pictures on your screen. And there's been structural damage not just to this residence where the cylinder explosion took place, but also surrounding structures. 7 people have been injured, out of which 1 has died, 1 has succumbed, 2 others are critical. A case has been registered, investigation ongoing. Let me go across now to Aneri joining us. Aneri, can you hear me? Aneri, can you hear me? Let me go across to Aneri. We can get out on the phone line as well. I will try and go across to Aneri as we get you the breaking news story from Telangana. Aneri, what do we know so far? We have a poor audio line with you, Aneri. We have a poor audio line with you. I'll try and reconnect with you. We'll try and reconnect with you. Aneri, if you can, we'll try and get you on the phone line. We don't need a video link with her. We'll try and just get a phone line with Aneri. Once again, repeating the details that we have with us right now. 1 person has been killed and 6 others injured in a cylinder blast